Today, Bitcoin volatility will be massively increasing due to this event that is happening today, and in this exact video, I will be talking about this event, my forecast, whether Bitcoin is going to be having a significant pump or dump, and I will be talking about the Bitcoin CME gap that currently is trading below us, the Bitcoin momentum we're creating on the 1 hour time frame, the 4 hour support, and much more important stuff in terms of the charts of Bitcoin right now here. So make sure to watch the video till the end. Can we once again slap up the likes back above 600? That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. Once looking at the 1 hour time frame, we can right now see that Bitcoin is cooling off a little bit here on the top side, but of course, like we do know, today is the day where the US inflation data will come out, and like you can see from the past 4 times we have seen the US inflation data, there has been a lot of volatility around these events here. And today will be another day of the CPI data that will be getting released out of the US. And if I'm going to be looking at the forecast, we can currently see that inflation looks to be dropping by 0.8%. And what I will already tell is that, of course, if the inflation is going to come in below consensus, we are most certainly going to see a significant pump. But if it comes higher in than consensus, the Bitcoin market will be significantly dumped, because the Federal Reserve has said that it will act on the way how inflation will develop. So if it will be coming in higher than expected, we will be most certainly see a more hawkish Fed, and that will have a bearish effect on the markets in general. What also is going to be very important to know here is where the core inflation is going to come in at. And what is very interesting is that the core inflation looks to be rising by 0.1%, and the core inflation is maybe the most important one to keep your eyes wide open on. So make sure to keep your eyes wide open on this one. If it really will come in higher than expected, then I wouldn't be surprised if the market is going to be falling significantly. And if I'm going to be looking at big support levels for Bitcoin, the levels that I really will be expecting Bitcoin can find a lot of support of if we're going to fall towards the downside is, of course, at 28.7k, what is previously around the big level of resistance that right now could be flipping into massive support for Bitcoin. Of course, if we do see the inflation coming in positively, so below expectation, the market is going to be moving up, and I will be talking about these targets in a moment from now on. But if I look at the last event here, we also saw a significant run up here in towards the event, and once the inflation data came out, Bitcoin saw a small cool off period before eventually once again seeing more positive price action towards the upside. So right now as well, we've seen a significant rally towards the upside getting created, and could we see something similar like this price movement right here? If that happens, we will see a slight cool phase happening. So make sure to take it in account. It's going to be very important to see where the inflation data is going to come in at for the price action of Bitcoin. At the same time, what is very important to pay attention towards is that the Bitcoin price action actually still created a CME gap on the beginning of this exponential movement towards the upside. And usually CME gaps tend to get filled up. Not always, but usually they tend to get filled up. There's also still a CME gap on $40,000, one on $19,000. So yeah, they don't necessarily have to get filled up, but usually they tend to get filled up. And right now we still have got a CME gap trading below us on $28,000. Furthermore, if I'm going to be looking at the 12-hour time frame for Bitcoin, we can actually right now potentially see that we're once again running in towards some resistance. You can currently see that the top side of Bitcoin has been getting rejected by this level for approximately 6 to 7 to even 8 times already, and every single time we touch it, we see a small little rejection, and yet again we retested this level and we're seeing a small movement towards the downside getting occurred. What I want to be pointing out here is that yes, Bitcoin broke bullish, Bitcoin officially broke above $30,000, but if I'm looking at the 12-hour time frame, we are officially still creating a lower high on the RSI while the price action is forming a higher high, what means that we're currently still creating a bearish divergence on the 12-hour time frame for Bitcoin. So yeah, that is very important to pay attention towards. But if I'm just purely going to do my analysis on the horizontals, and if Bitcoin is going to see a retracement towards the downside, that 28.4 to 28.2k level is definitely going to be the level where you should keep your eyes wide open on, and where I am expecting to see a significant bounce happening from. So make sure to take that level very seriously right now. In terms of my trades, I want to be shorting Bitcoin if we do see a rejection from the weekly time frame, what will be getting closed in 4 days and 19 hours. And of course, I want to be still long Bitcoin if it's going to come down towards this very big level of major previous resistance that most certainly will be flipping into support for Bitcoin right now. So there are going to be many trading opportunities coming towards us in the coming days, weeks ahead of ourselves. And right now, what we need to do is basically wait a little bit patiently for Bitcoin, see where the inflation data is going to come in at, and then it could really tell us what the next move for Bitcoin is going to be here. But for now on, we should be very patient. Looking then at the daily volatility for Bitcoin, it is starting to be picking up again, and I expect that today is going to be even more volatile than yesterday. We can see that the Bollinger Bands are also widening up again here, indicating us right now that the volatility is striking on the market. And since today we'll have another big event here, not only of the US inflation data, but also the FOMC minutes, will usually also tends to generate a lot of volatility. And if I'm looking at the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, we can right now see that we're actually about to be entering the bull market stage yet again. We are currently trading below this lower side of weekly support, and we're retesting it as resistance. As of this moment, we're trading above it. And if we confirm the weekly candle close above 29.5k, we are basically officially breaking back above and back inside of the bull market range. And this is what I call the bull market range, because in this range right here, we were getting supported from the lower side. What is the level that we're currently trading against? And basically the moment we were trading above it, we always saw exponential price action towards the upside. And Bitcoin from off that low even towards the top side rallied more than 130% in just a matter of like 100 days. So that is absolutely incredible. And if we can confirm the break back above this level, we are confirming the break back in towards the bull market range here. But it is going to be important to see if we confirm the weekly candle close back in towards this range. Yes, if I'm looking at, let's say, the 3-day or 2-day time frame, we can right now see that we are actually breaking above the previous high in terms of, let's say, the daily candle right here. Like you can see, we're breaking above the daily low. And if I'm looking at the weekly time frame, we can see right now that we have not officially confirmed a break above the weekly low. So let's see if we can confirm that as well here. What I still want to be saying here is that actually, yes, on the daily time frame, we could argue, okay, right now we're officially breaking out back in towards the bull market range here. But on the weekly time frame, we can still see this as a major level of resistance. And I still want to be a little bit cautious right here, because there could be still a very big possibility that Bitcoin is going to see a significant rejection and still move down towards the $25,000 range here. It is not out of the books yet here. And I want to be warning everyone out there is that we officially on the weekly time frame have not confirmed a breakout at all towards the upside. You can see that these are the two most important levels that you should be watching on the weekly time frame, and the low is basically 29.4 to 29.5k, and the high is 31.7k. So if we confirm this weekly candle above 29.5k, the realistic next target for Bitcoin is going to be 31.7 or 31 highs in general. So that is going to be very important to look at. It's going to be important to see where the weekly candle is going to come in at. And what is also very important to take into account is that in 16 hours after this video comes live, the Shanghai Ethereum update will be getting released, and in this update basically people can start to unstake their Ethereum. Glassnode is expecting that only 1% of the stakers is going to unstake their Ethereum to sell it, and personally I think this Shanghai update could only have a more bullish effect on the market. Why? Is because right now people know that if they start staking their Ethereum, they can actually withdraw it, so this will probably incentivize more people to start staking their Ethereum, what could of course generate more hype to Ethereum, more locked up liquidity, what means less sell pressure in the end of the day. So I don't think it's going to be a bad update. On the imminent short term, it could cause some sell pressure. Why? Is because 40% of the stakers are currently in profit, and if they do want to be taking some profits off the table, yeah, they could start unstaking their Ethereum and take some profits off the table. So make sure to take it into account. I am bullish for the long term. This is definitely a good update for Ethereum. This is of course going to incentivize more people to actually stake their Ethereum. I personally right now am staking all my Ethereum that I'm having, and I think it's a very smart to do. I'm doing it through Ledger, and I'm making like more than 5.4% annual return. So make sure to take it into account. This was it for me in today's update video. Today, it will be extremely important to be watching the data, where the inflation is going to come in at. Be aware, if it comes in below consensus, we will be significantly seeing a pump. If it comes in higher than consensus, and especially if the core inflation comes in higher than consensus, we will have a big problem and Bitcoin could see significant volatility towards the downside. One thing is for sure, we will see more volatility today, so make sure to stay up to date. But anyways, thanks so much for watching towards the amazing new update video. If you want to be trading, don't forget to check out Bybit in the link in the description. Don't forget to check out Cryptocurrencies, the AI trading algorithm that can help you to automate your crypto trading strategy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.